For Ben Nikolich, really been one of the pioneers here of Jeskai control on the SCG Tour, one of the top performing players. We've already seen Jeskai defeat Hollow One once. I believe it was Ben Nikolich as well.
Yeah, the path to exile against the sticky creatures is really nice. We saw him navigate that game really well, where he stopped his opponent from being able to get back Flamewake Phoenix.
So Flameblade Adept, turn 1 for Daniel Weiser. For those of you who aren't familiar with Daniel Weiser, right now on the Pro Tour, Silver Pro, part of Team Tower Games. That's a team right now between him and teammate Sam Eilenfeld. Currently, I think their claim to fame is that they have the first and second place people in the Rookie of the Year race. Sam top 4ing the first Pro Tour of the year. For Weiser, he has 2 Grand Prix top 8s this season as well.
Yeah, putting up some really strong results.
We see after that Flameblade Adept, a Faithless Looting, and this aggro is one of the cooler parts of the deck.
And Ben Nikolich did lead on Spire Bluff Canal, and he does have Lightning Bolt. So
okay,
this
no
one
damage.
Will not be connecting.
Well, Daniel can hope. Discards Bloodghast Flamewake Phoenix. So right now, Adept all the way up to a 3-2. If there weren't a Lightning Bolt, there would be so much damage that Ben would be taking. Swings in, Bolt shoots down the Adept. Does Weiser have another land? He does not.
Does have a Burning Inquiry, though, so things could get interesting next turn.
I mean, he was really hoping to hit a land. You see Bloodghast there as well.
Yeah.
So draws. He does have a land. Might want to play that before Burning Inquiry, just you know.
Don't really want to discard that one. If he draws into a bunch of lands, though, then he's fine discarding them.
Remember I said I love watching other people cast Burning Inquiry? He's going to Faithless Looting first. And Ben is going to negate. I like this sequencing on Weiser's side a lot.
The reason he goes for Faithless Looting is because he knows he gets to discard Bloodghast before he makes his land drop. If you let him Inquiry there, things could just get weird. I do like Nikolich negating the Faithless Looting.
And here's Burning Inquiry. Let's do this. Both players draw 3, discard 3 at random. What a fun card. Maybe Dan will make 2 Hollow Ones when all is done here.
Maybe he'll discard 3 Hollow Ones.
You just don't know.
Anything could happen.
1, 2, 3. All right, what did Weiser discard? He's going to keep. We're resolving this correctly. And for Nikolich, Path to Exile Cryptic Command is a really brutal discard.
Don't love it. If he has land Snapcaster Mage, he will still have access to Path to Exile.
Daniel discarded another Burning Inquiry and a Goblin Lore, and then passed the turn. So no Hollow Ones, I guess.
Yeah, don't always have them.
What a card. Ben's going to pass back. He does have Lightning Helix up.
Yeah, sometimes you kind of hope that your Inquiry causes your opponent to discard all their lands. That's not the case. Nikolich still keeping up on those.
Yeah, the Hymn to Turok effect.
Right.
Hymn to Turok only discards 2 at random. This one's better.
I believe that Hymn to Turok does not cause your opponent to draw any extra cards.
Yeah, it's fine. They draw bad ones. Flameblade Adept from Weiser is going to be the play. And then he'll Burning Inquiry. This deck's great. 3 mana from Nikolich. It's going to be Electrolyze. He will shoot down the Flameblade Adept. Now, Adept doesn't have haste. Is there a reason why he would go for that right away?
I assume the other 2 cards in his hand are just bad, and he wanted to make sure he got that one and didn't have to discard it. Also possible it's just 2 things that he actually just actively wants to discard: Bloodghast, Flamewake Phoenix.
Remember with Burning Inquiry, it actually is card disadvantage for Weiser. So the more of these he casts, you notice he's getting fewer and fewer cards to select out of.
Yeah.
But his graveyard, look at that, a Flamewake Phoenix and a Bloodghast, so a lot to like there. Those last 2 cards are Hollow One land. Pretty into it.
Pretty different from that.
Swings with Bloodghast, deals 2, no more plays.
And leftovers are Faithless Looting and Collective Brutality.
His graveyard is pretty stocked right now.
If you can draw a Gurmag Angler, get that one to resolve, that would be pretty nice.
I guess getting it to resolve is going to be tough.
Getting it to resolve and getting it to stick around until the beginning of combat, because Nikolich has all those paths in the graveyard, they're just live off of a Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah. Shockland here from Ben goes to 13. 4 mana is going to be Gideon Ally of Zendikar, and why not? The board's pretty clean. He's going to take a turn off for the Planeswalker.
He'll really want to fade Gurmag Angler here. That, bringing back Flamewake Phoenixes, there's 2 of them now.
Yeah.
Attacking down the Gideon would be bad. But, you know, Weiser's just kind of been flailing, casting these Burning Inquiries. If he had it last turn, most likely would have cast it. Seen a lot more cards between them than now.
Draws a land, so that's some fuel to get those Bloodghasts back.
Yep. Can also just lead on burning, or the Faithless Looting, try to find Gurmag Angler.
But Weiser's going to have trouble getting rid of the Gideon. So, you know, attacking through it maybe. And he's hoping for a more explosive start than this.
Nikolich on 13 means that getting Bloodghast back, it would not have haste. It's tough. You only have 2 lands, so if you make your land drop, you can flashback Faithless Looting, but then you wouldn't have any mana to cast Gurmag Angler, get back Flamewake Phoenix. If you cast the Faithless Looting, then you have to go down cards again, just the one from the hand. But if you find Gurmag Angler, it's really nice.
Bloodghast attacks, blocks, trades with the ally. Land, gets back the 2 Bloodghasts. 3 mana, maybe flash back a Faithless Looting. Draws 2 Arid Mesas. Don't know if he wants either of those.
No. But I probably just discard the Faithless Looting because flashing it back is just better than casting it.
And that's what he does.
Spend more mana on it, but you don't go down a card.
But the Gideon has stuck around, and that's going to be a problem. You see Ben, land 5, Lightning Helix, Cryptic Command, land 6, Sphinx's Revelation. I like what's going on here.
Yep. And if Weiser's just making lands in return to get back the Bloodghast, that means that Nikolich is just able to draw more cards, can manage that pretty easily, just Gideon plus some removal spell. Not really a problem. And if Nikolich is able to get the Bloodghast off the table and then just start cranking out 2/2 tokens every turn with the Gideon, he can actually pull ahead and win the game. I think Weiser picked up a Burning Inquiry. Got to choose whether he wants to cast that or maybe do something fancy with a Collective Brutality.
Collective Brutality will try to shoot down the ally token. Ben's going to let it happen. Could have Cryptics to counter there, but...
Yeah, seeing as he just gets more 2/2s for free.
And when he goes to attack, it looks like a tap draw from Nikolich. I like that a lot.
Yep, keeps the Gideon around.
And it builds more card advantage in a way here because Weiser traded a removal spell down with a token to try to kill the Gideon, and then it doesn't. So Ben's just pressing more advantage.
And he's also been able to stay above 10 here, which means when he starts answering these Bloodghasts, when they come back, they don't have haste, which makes them easier to answer the next time. As long as he maintains the Gideon, that means he'll have more time to make more tokens. That covers the Bloodghast pretty effectively.
Serum Visions from Nikolich.
Draws a land, scries Snapcaster to the top, Logic Knot to the bottom. That all makes sense.
Attention players, vendor MTG first.
He still has that Electrolyze that he used earlier on the Flameblade Adept. He could use that just to clean out these Bloodghasts with that Snapcaster Mage.
Please make sure to stop by their booth once again.
He's actually drawn Search for Escanta, so that'll make things start really cooking for Benjamin.
Yeah, Search will be well here. Makes an ally token. Still has Lightning Helix. Sphinx's Revelation. Yeah, and this should be good. We'll see how much more of this Weiser wants to go through.
He did draw a Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
But
so I thought he might be able to try to bolt away the token swing.
Yeah, last turn we saw him go for a similar line. He still has that Burning Inquiry. He could just kind of go for broke.
Swings both at the Gideon. One trades. Helix is the other. Weiser accepts. Sure, both Bloodghasts in the yard.
Now Nikolich even at more life totals,
yeah,
more higher
16.
than 10. Yeah.
You see, Nikolich actually gives a card back there by trading a removal spell with Bloodghast.
Once he transforms a Search for Escanta, though, and he keeps activating that Gideon, there's plenty of card advantage available.
Here is Faithless Looting flashback from Weiser. Finds a land, and it looks like a third Flamewake Phoenix.
That one he might even just want to hang on to hard cast.
No, it looks like it's going to go in the yard. Does have some lands to play, though, to get back these Bloodghasts. Arid Mesa will do just that. 2 Bloodghasts back into play. He passes. Yeah, search for Escanta was going to flip into Escanta.
And Nikolich had scryed a card to the top, so
yeah, declined.
Doesn't need to look at that one.
Gideon makes another token. Passes. He's got Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, things are just kind of getting a little bit better for Nikolich every turn. The way that Weiser claws back into this game pretty much involves getting a Gurmag Angler or a Hollow One on the battlefield. And also getting into the beginning of combat step with that so they can trigger these Flamewake Phoenix.
Black Bloodghast trades with 1 Night Ally. Gideon goes down to 2, so it looks like that Lightning Bolt from Weiser will be able to finish off Gideon. But, you know, there's going to be a rev for 5 is going to hit. See, he flashes back Faithless Looting. I don't know if Weiser's going to want to try to play through that.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that he wouldn't just concede to the Revelation, but he'd be in a lot of trouble.
Land here. He's going to shock for it. Gets back 2 Bloodghasts. And Ben says, he says, go. Ben says, all right, Sphinx's Revelation for 5. Yeah, okay, you're at 20.
We covered a good amount of blue-white this weekend. Those decks play Detention Sphere in the main deck, though the Jeskai control deck does not.
And while tapped down, Daniel then does pull the trigger on the Lightning Bolt. Takes care of Gideon.
Yeah, that's a small win for Weiser.
Well, there is the thing that Nikolich doesn't have, you know, a clean answer to these Bloodghasts in game 1. He has to just snap past them. There's no Sphere or, I don't know, Hallowed Burial or something that can...
Right, and he also kind of wants to hang on to his Path to Exiles because they're the answer to the Gurmag Anglers or the Hollow Ones.
Yeah. With Gideon gone and Sphinx's Revelation gone, his win condition gets pretty... This could take a while.
Yeah.
We're looking at winning with 1 Secure the Wastes and maybe some Snapcasters. And
that's just the nature of the deck.
Yeah, I guess Colonnade is what he's trying to find now.
Yeah.
Which he only plays 3.
We're still in the phase of the game where he's just trying to make sure he doesn't die. You know, things only get a lot better for Weiser if he's able to get a ferocious creature on the battlefield. So Nikolich largely just has to protect against that while making sure he doesn't lose the game to Bloodghast, and then just kind of a secondary goal to that is to stay above 10, which makes it a lot easier to fade the Bloodghasts.
And he's going to start trying to work through them with Paths. So Path on 1 Bloodghast. Weiser will take a land.
And remember, because of that Burning Inquiry, that's actually the 3rd Path to Exile out of Nikolich's deck.
Yep. Snapcaster. Path to Exile, another one. All right.
Might even see a block here.
Weiser, is he out of basics? It's just 2 mountains in his deck, so yeah.
Yeah, this is not a deck that particularly cares about Blood Moon.
No.
Most of the spells you're trying to cast just cost red mana anyway.
So, Flameblade Adept.
And Nikolich did decline the block. So he can start going to work with Snapcaster Mage. I believe a 2nd copy in the hand as well.
He can race back. I mean, Weiser, look at this. He has all 4 Flamewake. He has 3 Flamewake Phoenixes set to the side there. You know, if he draws a Hollow One, there's a chance.
Nikolich is at the ready with a Logic Knot.
Okay.
He does want to get this Flameblade Adept off the table, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that could deal a lot of damage. Do you think this is a board where Weiser can actually come back from?
I think it involves Nikolich bricking on a lot of draws, and it's a lot harder because of the Escanta, the Sunken Rune. His odds are long. He's not at 0. But I think that the comparison to 0 is apt.
So Cycle of Street Wraith discards 2 to Faithless Looting. The Adept is up to a 4/2. Goes to attacks. Nikolich says, no, I have a response.
Yeah, I would like you to not get into combat with
Yeah.
that ferocious Flameblade Adept. Don't want to get those Phoenixes back.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a 4-power. Yeah, we definitely can't let that happen. Here's Snapcaster Mage. I mean, it means Snapcaster Mage isn't hitting Sphinx's Rev. It's hitting Electrolyze. He'll draw. And it says, okay, Bloodghast can attack. And it looks like Ben's just going to try to then race back with these Snapcasters, which, to be honest, is a fine plan.
Yeah, he has a 3-turn clock here just with Snapcasters.
Says go, Ozkanta the Sunken Ruin. It's going to be activated. Finds another Electrolyze. Daniel bolts down one of the Snapcaster Mages, and we keep going.
Yeah, that buys Weiser some time. Pretty significant draw here for Nikolich, though. There's Celestial Colonnade. That makes it really trivial to close the game out. He just has to continue to do what he's doing, make sure that a Weiser does not go to beginning of combat with any kind of 4-power creature. So you do want to answer that. So Weiser's drawing his card for turn, and I think that his odds are very long for here. Does have Gurmag Angler, though Nikolich should be ready with Logic Knot still. I believe that one's still in the hand. He has to exile a lot of cards, but he has plenty of graveyard to delve away, and even just has Cryptic Command, so that's even easier.
Yeah, so counters through the Angler. Goblin Lore from Weiser.
That one you probably just fight over because it might make you discard your counter spells. Or actually, no, that's only one player, but...
yeah, but still, I mean, look, you got this huge Logic Knot you can throw at it. It's not as an additional cost, so it's not one of those cards like Cathartic Green that when you counter it, you just win the game.
Yeah.
So he's going to Logic Knot away the Goblin Lore. Electrolyze the Bloodghast and Weiser. He goes to 9. Draws a card. The slow Jeskai win. Here we go. We're pulling it in. Colonnade, that's a nice one.
I picked up Lightning Helix there as well, and that's actually lethal with the Colonnade hit this turn.
Okay, so 1 Colonnade, Snapcaster swings. That puts Weiser down to 3, and we'll see it at Lightning Helix to seal it. It is. Game 1 does go to Jeskai Control and Ben Nikolich.
Yeah, really well fought there by Nikolich. Weiser gave him some opportunities to make mistakes, but he did not accept.
All right, so 1-0. Ben Nikolich looking for this win. One more game, and it'll put him into the top 8. We'll see if he can pull it off again when we come back with game number 2.
Go. Go.
So we're back here. Daniel Weiser, after losing game 1, trying to claw his way back. He entered this round in 9th place, meaning a loss here will almost certainly knock him out of top 8 contention. For Ben Nikolich, entering, I believe, in 3rd place, a win will get him in. A loss might even be okay.
Yeah. So one of these players will be in really good shape with a win.
And on Daniel Weiser's side, I'm going to take a look at his sideboard. 3 Leyline of the Void, 3 Grim Lavamancer, 3 Ancient Grudge, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Fatal Push, and 2 Big Game Hunter. He does not have much for a control matchup.
Nope. Really, the only card you're interested in at all is going to be Thoughtseize. Try to clear the way, make sure that something that's going to exile your creatures is not available. Try to push through more damage with that.
So I imagine he might do that. On Ben's side, he has a lot of different options. Which of these actually play against Daniel's deck?
Yes, there's a few. So the sideboard is 3 Dispel, 2 Ruined Halo, 2 Vendilion Click, a Wear Tear, a Celestial Purge, a Detention Sphere, an Engineered Explosives, a Supreme Verdict, an Is It Staticaster, a Negate, and an Elspeth Sun's Champion. Ruined Halo is really nice. It's shutting off sticky creatures. That's a very good answer to Bloodghast.
Right.
Flamewake Phoenix as well. Then Celestial Purge also answers both of those cards. Also deals with Gourmet Gangler, deals with Flameblade Adept. That card's great.
It's exiling, which is great.
Yep, Detention Sphere, that card's excellent. That'll answer anything. It's power toughness agnostic. It exiles. Explosives, probably a little clunky for the matchup. Supreme Verdict, a little better positioned.
Yeah,
and I like Elspeth Sun's Champion.
I like Sun's Champion. Do you like Is It Staticaster just as a way to answer Bloodghasts repeatedly?
It turns off Bloodghast. It's probably worth a slot.
Turn 1, Daniel. Burning Inquiry. All right, let's see. I want to see him get all of someone's lands. It could be his. It could be his opponent's.
Right.
I want to see.
I want somebody to lose the game right now. I want this card to determine the outcome.
What a fun card. Let's do this. All right. I want to see some turn 1 hollow ones, you know? I haven't seen any hollow ones. You covered this deck twice, and I haven't seen the card hollow one cast yet.
I much prefer to see them discarded. I think that's just amazing.
All right. Each player drawing 3. So Weiser's got 8 cards. Nikolich has 10. Let's discard some.
Discard hollow one.
All right, the middle 3. Let's see. Do you pick them in a group or do you pick them out separately?
You gotta pick them out. You know, you gotta feel the situation.
Neither of them did that. They both just
loose. That is loose.
Yes, I picked these 3. Land, Snapcaster for Weiser. Faithless Looting, Bloodghast, Flamewake Phoenix. I think that's what he wanted to discard. Come on, hollow one. Hollow. No one plays that card. I don't get it. Why? This deck is so much worse when no one ever casts hollow ones.
What? Did he sideboard it out?
I think it's good in this matchup. All I've seen this deck do is make Bloodghasts and then put Flamewake Phoenixes in the graveyard and never get them back.
It's like a tall tale. You know?
I get that. I hear stories that it does great things, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, Burning Inquiry, that means there's hollow ones, I'm told.
He's got a Gurmag Angler, so maybe he can get these Phoenix back.
You have to discard some cards he'd rather have in his graveyard if he wants to cast a Gurmag
Yeah,
Angler.
you have to delve away the Phoenix to cast it. It's a problem. I don't think. So he's just going to hard cast Bloodghast this. No, sorry. He land to get Bloodghast back.
Maybe a Goblin Lore?
Sure.
Maybe some hollow one? I see them in his deck.
They're there? He didn't board them out. Okay.
I see them in his deck.
Come on, let's do it. Hollow one. I want to... When all this deck does is make 2-1s on turn 2, it's not good. Collective Brutality. Okay, that would make all your hollow ones free. Let's do this.
Oh, not if you discard 0 cards.
Okay, nope, just taking Supreme Verdict.
Also, generally, if you don't have a Street Wraith, you can't get to 3 cards.
So he has to take Supreme Verdict. The other cards are lands 2, 3, 4, Snapcaster, Search for Azcanta, Detention Sphere.
It's a fine hand, not an exciting hand.
It's like a Jeskai hand. It does things.
Yeah.
They're all kind of the same.
Yep. Has a turn 2. So that Burning Inquiry helped this Search for Azcanta along in a pretty meaningful way. That's a pretty stocked graveyard already. 5 cards. Fetch land is 6. He could transform that Search as early as next turn if he were so inclined. Looks like he picked up a Celestial Purge, though, so he's going to wait on that. He wants to purge this Bloodghast. Not worth waiting to Detention Sphere if there's only 1 Bloodghast. You want to get more than 1 creature for your trouble, or at least a big one.
Faithless Looting from Weiser. You assume there's a different spell up if it wasn't, yeah, the Purge is up as opposed to the Search that turn.
Yeah. Weiser knows all the cards in hand except that. I don't think that he thinks that Nikolich is trying to flash in a Snapcaster Mage to trade with the Bloodcast.
All right, so you think you're thinking like a Logic Knot maybe?
Something is up.
Daniel discarding 2 to Faithless Looting.
Bloodgast and Burning Inquiry.
Hollow 1.
Nope.
No, it actually doesn't play it.
Has another Faithless Looting. That could
Great.
get him there.
I have seen this deck cast a lot of Faithless Lootings and Burning Inquiries, and then it makes Bloodgast.
Well,
as far as I can tell, that's what it does.
You just call it Black-Red Inquiry.
I mean, that's not a good strategy.
This deck should just start playing some Meagrams.
Yeah.
Just get them.
That was that intro pack combo.
Yeah. Fortunately, your other discard spells don't cost your opponent to do that, so you don't really have overlap.
Well, Collective Brutality.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
Get him there. Sideboard in those 2 Thought Seizes. Another land gets back Bloodgast for Daniel and just passes. So 2-1 into 2-1.
Could put Driven to Despair in the deck.
So hold on. Daniel knows that Nikolich has a Detention Sphere.
Yeah. I think that Dan has a Gurmag Angler.
Okay.
And is hoping to get sphered so that he can get back that Flame Wake Phoenix.
Certainly by making this board, he is asking to get Detention Sphered.
Yes. And I think he's fine with it.
I would bet so.
Yeah, I like the sequencing by Weiser here.
It's hard for Ben to say no. I doubt he will. All right, you would like this 2-for-1. I accept.
Yeah. You give up a bit of damage if you try to do anything but Sphere.
But he also knows there's a Supreme Verdict, so it's like, he knows that there's Sphere into Verdict. I'm not sure that Weiser's set up to beat that.
Yeah, that is a tough string of spells to beat.
We'll see.
Well, he took the Verdict. There's no second Verdict.
Oh, right, the Verdict. Okay.
I like these mismatched lands for Nikolich. As that Return to Ravnica Hallowed Fountain, Expedition Sacred Foundry.
And he'll make it. Detention Sphere hits the Bloodgasts. And Weiss says, all right, you got him. And I don't think Daniel's deck can blow up a Detention Sphere.
Red-black, no. Nevinyrral's Disc is not modern legal.
That's like about it.
Oblivion Stone
you can do
is.
stuff like, what is it, like Wild Swing? Red cards, stuff like that. And there you go.
Yeah, that one has not yet started seeing play in the format.
Red can blow up anything, Ryan. He's got to get lucky.
It's choose 3 permanents, and you hit one of them at random. Take a swing at that Detention Sphere.
It's Red's hard removal. It's the hardest removal. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, not enchantments.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm the worst.
What a blowout.
Okay, we can't even. There's got to be some. I tried. Okay. Wizards was too quick for me.
Yeah, they're like, we can't have people destroying Oblivion Ring with Wild Swing.
They knew what I was up to, so they. Before I even knew. All right, Gurmag Angler gets back Flame Wake Phoenix, and then Weiser makes Flameblade Adept. Here's a board that will demand some answers as Nikolich down to 12.
Yeah, so he still has that Celestial Purge. You can deal with one thing with that.
Yep, he can Purge and search for Escanta. So that's what he's going to do. Here's search for Escanta. Passes.
There are less than 10 minutes remaining to sign up for the
Daniel could do some big damage here. Flameblade Adept is strong out of this deck.
Yeah, some kind of discard effect here would be very good. Looks like Faithless Looting still lingering in the graveyard.
Yeah, so at the very least he can pump that way. I think Grim Lavamancer is in hand.
Not an exciting card in the matchup.
No. Actually has boarded them in.
More threats, I suppose, is the idea.
It might be worth more damage than some lightning bolts.
Yeah, when you don't really use the lightning bolt as a removal spell.
Weiser flashing back Faithless Looting.
Ooh, found a burning inquiry, has a land.
Oh,
He could
so
go
he
for a
could just-
lot of damage.
So right now, this is going to make the Adept a 3/2. He'll discard the red spells. You got to be careful about how many of those Faithless Lootings and Burning Inquiries you actually cast out of your hand, because they are all a card disadvantage. So you see right now, they swing a Celestial Purge, takes care of the Angler, and 5 damage comes across, sends Ben down to 7.
And given that the play last turn was Search, he's definitely looking for some help here. Plenty of answers to the Adept. And as long as Weiser can't present another 4 or 5 power creature, just a regular answer to the Flamewake Phoenix would be fine for now.
And another Flame Blade Adept from Daniel. So playing into a Supreme Verdict, but presenting enough pressure that it demands one. Search for Escanta is going to flip for Ben. Draws for the turn. I don't think he has one just yet, and I like how Daniel's playing quick on this too, because at 6 mana, Snapcaster counts too.
Yeah, well, if he just has a land this turn, it looks like he does have a Steam Vents, he can go for that.
Yeah, the flip on Search will give him access. Does he have double white? That is a Sacred Foundry next to the fountain?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Snapcaster, Verdict. Board's cleared.
And so Weiser still has Faithless Looting in the graveyard. I believe the last card in hand is that Grim Lavamancer.
This is getting to be a tough spot for him. And you know, they need to draw more hollow ones in this deck. He shouldn't have boarded the card out. I don't know.
He's 1 mana shy of casting it from here.
All right, Flamewake Phoenix in for 2, sure. And Grim Lavamancer next to it. He's got Ben down to 3. If he's kept those lightning bolts in the deck, we still have a game.
Yeah, both his creatures are good for 2 damage on the following turn.
Yeah. Ben has a Path to Exile in his hand, but not more than 1. Serum Visions is where he'll start. Draws into Electrolyze. That'll play 2. Path End of Island puts Path on top, so just removal, removal, removal.
Yeah, that answers the board.
Yeah, I think the board will be clean. It's now we got to wonder whether or not Weiser has kept lightning bolts in and whether he can draw one. And he's got to do it before Ben finds one of his 1 copy of Sphinx's Revelation.
Yes, that makes Lightning Bolt quite a bit worse.
So Electrolyze, 1 and 1, shoots down Grim Lavamancer. Weiser to 12. Ben will draw. He's left up white mana for Path to Exile. Land here, 2 paths in his hand. Can't use Search for Escanta this turn, though, so he'll pass back.
Yeah, probably Path and Draw Step here.
Sure, only 1 more mountain in Daniel's hand.
You might wait until combat, actually, because if Weiser just has Gurmag Angler, he just gets back a Flamewake Phoenix, and that's not a good spot. Yeah, I like the patience by Nikolich. Definitely showing some understanding of this matchup.
Bloodghast, okay. That's not bad here.
That one's actually probably more worth the Path than the Flamewake Phoenix is.
Yeah, Path number 1, and Ben's says, there's already Phoenixes in the yard, so might as well hit the Bloodghast.
That is Bloodghast number 3 as well.
So Weiser now drawing to another Bloodghast, I suppose, now.
Yep.
He has Ben down to 1. Fetch lands are off the table.
And don't know if Nikolich has an answer to the Phoenix just yet.
I think his hand's another Path. We'll check.
And make sure to stop by the main event stage to redeem your playmat.
Just over 15 minutes remaining in the round. Daniel Weiser trying to force a 3rd game. And that just might be 2 more paths.
Makes it really easy to activate Search.
Yeah. That's what he'll do. Ben Nikolich activating Search for Escanta. He left up both white mana sources. Wear Tear, Lightning Bolt, Supreme Verdict. He'll take Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, the Wear Tear only answers one thing, really.
It's just Hollow One?
Yeah.
Well, they don't play that. I wouldn't have boarded it in.
Well, he put it on the bottom, so he's fine. Not punished.
Weiser draws a land. He's going to hang on to that in case he finds a Faithless Looting.
Still
has
has
one. It
one.
still has one. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Faithless Looting. Does he still play Lightning Bolts? Let's see. No bolt yet.
Want to say there's another Phoenix there.
So now we really will find out whether or not Ben has 2 Path to Exiles in his hand.
Weiser would need another land to make the Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah, he does. He did find another Phoenix.
And he's shown us Lightning Bolt, which is a good answer for those for now.
Yes. So he discards Street Wraith and the land. Now, Street Wraith's actually a fine card at this point. Playmaker Phoenix swings in, it's going to get hit by a Path. Or by the Bolt. It's going to hang on to Path. I like that, actually.
Right. Path covers Gourmet Gangler.
Land drawn by Nikolich.
Covering Gourmet Gangler covers Phoenix out of the graveyard.
Weiser has more haste he can draw to, but Ben's drawing 2 a turn. Search for Ascanta activated again. 4 more cards. Don't have a great look at these ones. We'll see what he picks, though. Serum Visions.
That's fine.
It's fine. I think if you're in Weiser's situation, you could have done a lot worse.
Yep. Can cast that and leave up the 2 paths, though.
Draws. There's Sphinx's Revelation.
That one might just close the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Here's another land. It's a fetch land, so okay, it's not really a land. Back to Weiser.
It can be dangerous to play a fetch at all when you're at 1, because you might just have a brain fart and activate it.
If I make Phoenix swings, Path to Exile hits it.
But Nikolich will be casting Sphinx's Revelation before he thinks about cracking that fetch
Daniel,
land.
is this a bolt? It's almost a bolt. It's a Grim Lavamancer. I hope he didn't cut the bolts for Lavamancers. That would be so bad.
That's kind of my read.
I know. It was the draw, but it's not. Oh, Sphinx is rep for 4. Ben's going back up.
Yeah,
He's to 5.
I would like to not be lightning bolted here.
1, 2, 3, 4. He drew Spell Snare, Cryptic Command. If he untaps one more time, that's going to be the game. Weiser, can you do it? He drew Hollow One.
He can cast it.
Right on time.
He can cast it.
If he had one more land, this would work.
Yeah, be able to get Flamewake Phoenix back. It'd be different.
But he can't. He taps out to do it. And I don't know at this point. We'll see that Ben just has to control the board. He has a lot of cards.
He did draw a few lands off of that, but at least 1 Snapcaster Mage.
Okay, that takes care of Hollow One. So he can snap, Path the Hollow One, and leave up Cryptic. I don't see how Daniel gets around this now. Lightning Bolt is not live anymore.
Commanding position for Nikolich now. Weiser could draw another Hollow One.
There were so many spots. He got him to 1. He needed 1 more mana, 1 more damage, 1 more, I don't know.
And the 1 more mana problem is kind of a recurring thing with the Hollow One deck.
Well, you pitch all your extra lands to these Inquiries and Faithless Lootings. You just don't play them, right?
Yep.
And see Ben now shooting down some lands with Field of Ruin.
Both players have to shovel. Kind of a rub-ins for the player that can't find a land.
Shuffle your deck. Okay. And now Ben's just going to turn it around. This should be top 8 for Ben Nikolich with a win.
Yeah, hunting for another trophy with Jeskai control.
Yeah, Ascanta finds a Lightning Helix. It's going to turn around fast. Now he untaps.
Untapping with Snapcaster Mage and Celestial Colony. Draw Lightning Bolt. Does he have the mana to make that lethal this turn?
I think so. Here's going to be the Celestial Colonnade. It's going to fire up 4/4. It and Snapcaster are getting ready for an attack.
Yeah, this looks good.
So here's a 4/4 and 2/2. Swing 6. Weiser goes to 6. We got 2 3-point burn spells. I think we see Helix and Bolt. That's going to do it. Game end match for Ben Nikolich. And with that, he moves to 12 and 2. He's done the best he can do up to this point and would like to draw into top 8 next round.
Yep.